Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, 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 ho! What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your Next Level Wrestling Review Christmas edition. Yeah, we're here from the North Pole, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of pole, I got a couple of guys here to join me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yep, right there. Right down there. It is cold out here, ladies and gentlemen. My nipples are ripping right through this Santa Claus sweater. And if you're wondering who's talking about his nipples on this show, well, I am the pundit of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray here to stay talk some lucha libre today. And ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. No, I am with my co-host with the most. He is the best in the world. Better than Rudolph, ladies and gentlemen. Better than Prancer and Dancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. It is the one, the only, the Vet. He's a Rip Rogers guy. That's him. The Vet. Vet. Rip Rogers guy. I should have said ho, ho, ho. Ladies and gentlemen, he is your present under your Christmas tree. Batten down the mistletoe, ladies. The Vet is here. He's a Rip Rogers guy. It's the Vet, Jamie Williams. Good morning, sir. We're not alone either, sir.
No. We got another guy down there. Hey.
Oh, how you doing?
How you doing?
Who said that?
I don't know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know about my buddy. I have a co-host. He's Captain Kangaroo. He lives down under in Melbourne. But this brother right here, he ain't from Melbourne. He ain't no hick. Right, Piers?
I know Mexican.
He ain't no damn Mexican down in Australia. No. It is the one, the only. The truth! Piers Austin, where? Wow, you look great, actually. Just grow back your goatee. The truth, Piers Austin, folks, is with us all the way from Australia. And guess what? Not only from Australia, Vet. Not only. But he's also in the future, because right now
Christmas.
It is Christmas morning here, not there.
3 a.m. Christmas morning. I'm up. I'm ready to go, baby. I'm ready. 3 kids. 3 a.m. Let's go. I got the white happening. After I've done this, I'm gonna go give the wife the white monster. If you know what I mean. Yeah.
Talking about a penis.
Yeah.
Oh, Christmas penis.
Yeah. All 3.5 inches.
Oh, the show is so much better without this guy here. Anyway, I'll save that to myself. Yeah, man. So Merry Christmas, you guys. What time do the kids get up, bro? Are they gonna be up like in 10 minutes? So
yeah,
3:30.
Oh, dude, they were already up at like 1:30. My oldest came into our room. He was like, "Oh, hey, Dad. Good morning. Is it nighttime already in Christmas Day? Did I miss Christmas?" I'm like, "Fuck off.
Go to sleep."
Yeah, I'm like, "Fuck off," and he just goes, "Okay." He just wanders off to the
Christmas slap.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. I remember one year. I don't know why, this one memory, guys, of me waking up, bro. It was still dark outside, so it had to be like 5-ish. And my poor father dragging his ass out of bed. He was like, "Just go to the living room." He's sitting there fucking drooling. My mother's in the kitchen making coffee like 6 a.m. And I think I opened my Sega Master System, because I had that before the Nintendo. I was that weird kid that had or what do you guys call it in Australia? The Mega Gear, is it?
The Mega System.
The Mega System, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it was like a black console, and like it had like a big slit at the top. Here we go.
Yeah.
I just walked on. Yeah.
Before we say hi to our friends and family here that join us, I wanted to go around the horn. I want to start with Vet. I do this every year, and I always ask for a kid Christmas memory. And I wanted to ask you if you could share one of your favorite unboxings during Christmas, because certain people don't celebrate Christmas. They celebrate Boxing Day or some shit. No. But give me one, Vet. One memory of you opening a gift you were anticipating, waiting for, and you open it up and you actually had it in your hands. transformer with the gimmick in the front that looks like a penis that kept going up and down. I didn't want that one. Colin got that one. But anyway.
White monster, if you will.
Oh.
Hey-o.
Hey. Yeah.
Oh. You could tell he's Australian vet. He uses the board a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll wait.
An unboxing story.
Yes.
Well, in the video game tradition, I guess. I don't know if I told this one before, but yeah, I remember like I didn't have an NES for like a while. I had to like really, hammer it home, so to speak, that like, look, I want this. And Mom didn't want to get it for me. She thought I would turn into some sort of a couch potato vegetable that wouldn't do its homework or whatever. She came up with every excuse in the book not to get me one, but you know how you used to be able to rent systems from video stores and stuff. So did a couple of those, had some trial runs. I guess it finally came time, to get one. And there was this Nintendo shaped present under the tree. And I was like, I want to open that. And she's like, no, you can't open that one. And I was like, oh, well, come on. She wouldn't let me open it. But there was this giant box also. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what this could possibly be, but whatever. So when I finally got to open the giant box, it's this humongous box. It was like, it was probably like 2 feet by 2 feet, like this cube. And like I opened it and there was just like a Nintendo Entertainment System leaning inside the box,
That's
like
funny.
It was the fake out present, right?
Oh, that's great.
So on Christmas morning, I opened the Nintendo shaped present and it was the U-Force. Do you remember the U-Force?
I do not.
Google the U-Force.
I'm doing it right now. So it's Y, like Y-O-U or
the U, the letter U dash force.
U-Force.
Yeah.
I just what year was it, more or less?
U dash force. There's only one thing that should come up, and it was like
I got a U-Force 1000 or a U-Force 800.
That's what I'm saying.
Or U-Force
NES. You could call it NES, whatever you have to.
NES U-Force.
Here you go. I found it. Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Let me show the fans. Let me show.
It was
friends.
like.
Let me show the family.
It was supposed to be an infrared system that would allow you to control your Nintendo games with motion. Like you would, like for example, the commercial for this showed Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and it showed like a kid punching, and Little Mac was on the screen, like punching in sync with what the kid was doing.
Did it work?
Absolutely not. It does not work. 100% it did not work. So
I bet it was like $500 a fucking unit too.
It would be the equivalent. Like it would be like it would be $500 in today's money. It was probably like 150 or something back then. So basically $1 million in today's money. So basically what ended up happening was we took that back. I got a copy of Super Mario Brothers 2 from my brand new NES, and all was well.
Good game. Good game. Were you happy with Super Mario Brothers 2, by the way?
It was weird compared to the other ones, but yeah, I liked it.
And did it come, the system, did you have like the Zapper system?
Yeah, it was it was the action set that came with the gun and the Mario Duck Hunt cartridge.
Nice. So you had Mario 1 and 2.
Yep, and 3. I got 3 for Christmas that year. That's how late it was.
Oh.
Like Mario 3 was out, so I got that for Christmas.
Duck Hunt was the one that came with the gun, right? With the Super Nintendo. And is that the Super Nintendo or the Nintendo?
No, the
Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, that's the original one with the duck and the dog would pop up. Shit. Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Power Glove?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
That's
another thing I wanted that didn't work, and I'm glad I didn't get.
I wanted one so bad, and my parents never got me one. I was like,
parents were smart.
Nah, like I asked for a Nintendo, and it was like the Atari 2600, which is pretty much on its way out at that stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got me, like my cousin upgraded his shit, so I got his secondhand Atari 2600 and all these games, and it was cool because it served its purpose. But I'm like, man, I remember the movie, like there was a gaming movie or something like that, and then there was
the Wizard.
Yeah, it was like the Power Glove. And I was like, I gotta get me one of those.
God, the power glove.
Yeah.
So bad.
So
That's what he says in the movie.
it was.
Yeah, he meant it in the good way. It was not the good way.
No, I remember one of my favorite YouTubers, the Nintendo. What is he? The Angry Video Game Nerd. He reviewed that thing. He's like, so bad, so fucking bad. And he had the power glove and he gave the finger. Anyway, Piers, a Christmas memory.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got one perfect one, right? Like my grandmother, God bless her soul. So one year, my grandmother, she was wrapping Christmas presents and she had one too many shandies. And so she wrapped the Christmas presents, and one year I was probably about 8. So and my grandmother got the best Christmas presents, right? So I got this present.
She didn't wrap
right?
a sex toy, did she? By mistake?
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm 8 years old, 8-year-old me. I unwrap this present, right? I'm thinking I'm getting a G.I. Joe or a fucking wrestling action figure or some shit. I rip it open and it's like the latest fucking Barbie pink shit like that. And I'm sitting there going, Nan, like, huh? Like, and my grandmother's like, oh, fuck.
I love your grandmother.
like she goes, oh, fuck. That's supposed to be for your sister. You know, I won't say my sister's name because she's a pretty private person, but like
Bethel, I call her Bethel. She sounds like
and she turns to her, and next thing you know, my sister's like, "Oh, I really wanted that," and then she started crying, and my grandmother goes, "No, that's meant for you." Then my sister starts crying even more. She's like, "But Piers unwrapped it," so then my grandmother's like, my grandmother, my mum, my dad, and like aunties and uncles are frantically trying to find wrapping paper to rewrap this fucking like, you know. So my sister, who's like years old, like you got to think a 6-year-old little girl, right? So on Christmas, so they're like thinking, oh, this has ruined her Christmas, and then they do that, and then me at 8, then I like once that's all sorted, I'm sitting here going, well, I've just been ripped off because I've opened a present and not gotten shit. So like next thing you know, my dad's like going, oh look, this is just part of it. I'm going, no, this is bullshit. Like where the fuck? Like I'm one out. Like this is not fair. So my dad's like, here's $20, and then I'm like to my grandmother, this is not fair, Nan. And she's like, here's 50, and I'm like, so I made 70 out of it at 8 years old. So
that's awesome, dude. That is a great Christmas memory. If I had a Christmas memory, I'm not going to speak about a specific gift, but it was about how my grandma and grandfather, they lived a few blocks away, and there was one big tall building that they lived in. Not tall, but I mean, it was like 12 stories, you know? Yeah. And my grandparents lived on the 2nd floor. Then my aunt lived on the 5th floor, and then my cousins lived like on the 10th floor. Like, so we had like family that lived on every floor. So the way Christmas worked was you go to grandma and grandpa's house, right? And then there, you know, there's the coffee, the you know, the food and everything, a little bit of food and stuff. And then grandma has all the presents. She gives the money and stuff like that. Then you go all the way to the top, right? You go to the party floor. You know, you do your cocaine and stuff. And we didn't do that as kids. But, you know, you go and you say hi to the family. Everybody meets. Then you go to the 5th floor.
Yeah.
5th floor is where it all fucking happened. The 5th floor, my friends, was the biggest apartment in that project facility. Yes, it was the hood, but it was good. I remember a big, what do you call it? Water cooler? What do you call it? The coolers full of ice.
Mm-hmm.
Budweisers, because we're Puerto Rican. My aunt taking one of those Budweisers and pouring it into the rice because she made yellow rice and she used beer to.
Really?
It tastes amazing.
So what, like you boil it and you pour rice in boiling water, or
instead of cooking it in water, you cook it in beer.
Oh, get the fuck out!
Yeah, and obviously she uses other things, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful thing, lechon, and just the smell. And then towards the night, everybody's drinking coquito and dancing, you know, to salsa music. Just a wonderful time. But speaking about wonderful time and wonderful people, I want to ask this son of a bitch here, this big, handsome son of a bitch. There is no way out, as his shirt would say, and there will be no way out of you, Hammer.
What's
now,
up?
Hammer, we know you were born in the early 1940s when times were better. Hammer,
Yes.
Hammer, we're all sharing a Christmas moment, like an unboxing or a moment as a kid or a young person that stuck out to you. Is there like a certain gift or a toy that you got as a kid or a moment in time that still brings a little smile to your face to this day?
Yeah.
It can't be sex.
It was,
God, hold on. It can't be sex.
No, it's not sex.
Okay.
I think it was around, I must have been about 9 or 10.
Okay.
So that was the early 80s. So my dad got me my first go-kart. And he had it, he took it and he had like this cardboard box. He made a cardboard box and put like wrapping paper on it. So it was like this big, it looked like a big refrigerator or something. So, and I never forget that Christmas because I wanted one so bad. And he finally got me one. And it was it's kind of like when the BMX bikes came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a BMX series, two-cylinder go-kart. So that was one of my favorite moments, Christmas moments.
And when you took that thing outside, did you?
Oh man, I was on it all day.
You must have had that sense of freedom. You felt like an adult, right? Driving around.
Yeah, I was flying up and down the street, man, all day. That was the happiest. Yeah, that was one of my favorite Christmas moments.
And
yeah.
You know something, man? Just talking to you guys right now and see, like watching your faces as you're reminiscing and stuff, that's really what this holiday is about. And I know we're going to talk some wrestling. We're probably going to shit on this show and everything like that because it was terrible. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, we're here together with you guys, our friends and family. And I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to play this music here. We're just going to acknowledge. We're not going to get into the whole craziness. I just want to send some love to Cold-Blooded.
Cold-Blooded. Lab Rizzle.
Elizabeth. Oh, yeah. She's here.
Lady Liz.
Oh, yeah. We got J12, who's in the house.
J12.
The master and ruler of the world, Zane Vicious, is here. Hey, Paul, a.k.a. The Shooter. It's been a while. What's going on, my friend? He's here. Was that oh, no! A Christmas explosion!
They shot Hammer!
He dropped his phone. The dancer one, the handsome one, the slasher one, Dan Heffrens. And Dan Heffrens says, greetings and salutations, my friend. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to one and all. Oh, we have the professor, and the Hammer's back. We thought they got you, Hammer.
I tapped out. I kicked out.
Perfect time of the shotgun too.
It sounded like a shotgun. I was like, holy shit.
It's like, and then there you go.
We had the professor, Chalbella Reda Cruz, is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Did I mention Lab Rat? Of course I didn't, but I'm going to do it now. I did. I'll do it again.
Oh, the Christmas Gary. People are calling. Gary's here too.
Oh, Christmas Gary.
It wouldn't be Christmas without Gary.
You know, somebody was supposed to make me a remix, Jimmy T, of the Elephant Dance song, and Gary will have his own theme music soon.
Yeah, he said it was, he talked to me, he said it was halfway done. I was like, why didn't you do the other half?
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine.
It's halfway through a song.
Well, maybe we'll debut it in 2026 with a new intro. This ain't Texas. Oh, Christmas in Texas is beautiful. Happy Festivus to all those that celebrate Festivus. Yeah, man, love it. Well, it depends on where you are in Texas, but yeah, absolutely. Our friend G-Ball is here. Hey, Mr. Big Ray, Mr. Vet, and Kangaroo Eater. Oh, that's right. You do eat kangaroo, don't you?
Oh, I love it, man. It's fucking great shit.
Oh, you're
fucking strong.
You're
kangaroo. Beautiful, mate. It's like eating deer. Tastes like deer.
This dude is a straight bogan. Am I right? You're a redneck.
I'm a fucking bogan.
Love you, brother. Speaking of bogan, here's Lorenzo Granger. One of the kindest people. This guy leaves messages that just melts the heart on Christmas or any day. We have this gentleman's affiliated with the Illuminati. He'll take you out, but he won't. Why? Because he's cool. He's handsome. He has the sexiest beard in all of HMG. Bobo is here with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Bobo.
And did I mention cold-blooded? Not cold-blooded today. It's warm-blooded because it's Christmas, folks. Oh, as I keep going up and down the list, ladies and gentlemen, I see the comment king. And speaking of king, there was a certain king that was born on this day, allegedly. It's Todd Brantley.
Triple H.
Triple H. what's
The King of Kings.
What's your name, fella? Triple H. Oh man, what else we got here? All right, let's kick up things here a little bit. I'm zooming. Am I missing anybody, Vet? Am I missing anybody? I'm zooming.
We definitely usually start with, but we can definitely end with, of course, our three great people that won't be with us for the holidays, but they're with us in our hearts forever.
1 second, let me just give a shout out to our boy, Gammy Wolfers, the heart and soul of the chat, and the artist has finally returned. And then, yes, when we do that, why don't we reminisce, my friend, on our three? And I'm going to add a fourth. Yes. This past a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, actually, the HMG family did lose a brother of ours, Philip Scott Wood, as we used to call him, part of the Magnificent Seven, the original seven of the Pro Wrestling Reflection. He supported us from the beginning. He's always supported me from OneWrestling.com till now. So we're talking about 2010. He must have really hated himself for supporting the shit I did. But Philip Scott Wood, a shout out to you. Shout out to Media M5 up in heaven. He's got the Christmas gabagool. How you doing? And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate my buddy Dat Dude Tim. I love you, Tim. And I miss you. And finally, the legend. We cannot finish off without celebrating Larry Punk. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
The other Larry legend.
Larry, the real legend, the true legend. So right now we got what do we got? Hammer. He's about to put out. Is that mistletoe there, Hammer? What's going on?
Yes, that's what.
100%. He's gonna get a nice kiss.
Oh boy, I am so happy, so psyched, man. I have really good vibes here. We have a nice little crew of guys, and all right. So I guess we could jump right into it. It's time for some news, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna do the 3 count. This is the 3 count with the latest breaking news in pro wrestling, sports, pop culture, and more. Now back to Big Ray and the Vet. All right, folks. It's time for the 3 count. We got some wrestling news here, so I'm going to break it down here. Then we're going to go back in the day, as we usually do. And, of course, we'll break down some NXT. Not a lot of NXT this week, Fed. It was a shortened, kind of like a condensed show, much like Raw. They did squeeze a lot in. I can't wait to hear.
Include some retapes after.
We're going to have a discussion regarding the North American Women's title. Dude, those glasses are dope, bro. I like those.
Thank you.
I like those.
He's got to do something to make up now that the beard is gone.
Yeah. I need a new gimmick. This is since I started my baby face run, so I'm trying to go for a new look. You know.
Oh, you look good. I like that. You're a baby face then. You're not a heel.
At the moment, I'm kind of in the transition.
Okay, so
kind of in the transition.
He's transitioning. It's 2025, about to be 2026. There's nothing wrong with that.
So are you they them or like what's popping with that?
Yeah, bro, I'm becoming one of the alphabet police. Just you know, you can call me Z's, hers, but I go by the pronouns big dick.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. How about
Piers the face?
You can just get around the whole you can just get around the whole pronoun thing by just using their proper name every single time. I'll just say Piers Austin, the full name every time.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with that, Chief.
I had someone come up to me like ages ago. They go, "Oh yeah, blah blah," and my pronouns are this, and I just went, oh, "Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not going to use those." They go, "Why not?" I go, "Because I'm just not going to call you that."
Oh,
I'll just never refer to you.
Have I said this?
Get away from me! How about that, you fucking weirdo?
Listen, some dude. I was having a shit day, and some dude, like a long, busy day. My knees were hurting, my back was hurting. So some dude comes in with another dump of packages, because And I said, thank you, sir. You can just put them right there on the bench. And he's like, why do you think I'm a sir? I went, listen, bro. I said,
why do you think I'm a bro?
No, I said, listen, bro. I said, I don't want to hear your shit. Just leave the shit right here and just leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
So
That's exactly the interaction.
I had something similar at a show probably about 3 years ago. So everyone here has been backstage at a wrestling show and been around the wrestling business, right? So in the wrestling business, you like pretty much one term that everybody uses is bro, right? Yeah. And that's something that I have always used even as a kid, and in my generation I refer to everyone as bro. So even in the wrestling world I refer to females as hey bro, because it's just I forget people's shoot names and I don't want to be a fucking mark and use their work name, so I'm just hey, what's up bro, what's up? Anyway, this referee from Jimmy's neck of the woods in fucking Melbourne,
of course, gotta be Melbourne,
one of those people. So I walk in, I'm like, hey bro, and he's like, don't you fucking call me bro. And I'm like,
whoa.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, you will refer to me as they, them. And I'm just like,
no, he didn't.
Yeah. And I said, but there's one of you. And he's like, are you being transphobic? And I'm like, no, because I'm not fucking afraid of you. I go, listen, dude. I go, listen, brother, let me tell you something, right? Brother. I go, let me tell you something, brother. Straight the fuck out. I go, your pronouns?
That doesn't work for me, brother.
I said to him, I go, listen, you don't walk around with a fucking name badge. You got a beer gut bigger than my fucking dad's. You got a beard longer than fucking mine, right? You look like a middle-aged fucking man. So guess what, bro? I'm going to call you a fucking bro.
But did he have nice tits?
No. And then he went like his wife was some weird fat bitch too. And then
Jim Cornette.
Bro, and then I'm sitting there right backstage getting my shit on, ready to go. And next thing you know, I get a fucking tag on Twitter and I go, and this motherfucker went on Twitter, Piers Austin is transphobic and fucking this, he's against LGBTQ. And I said, no, I'm not, bro. I just don't like weird fucks like you.
Wow.
That's what I commented on it. Yeah.
What a way to kick off the Christmas season. With
with
a story of hate. Anyway,
it wasn't hate, bro.
Speaking of hate. I don't know if you guys, the Jay Moore podcast.
Yeah,
they're still on.
I guess so. So for what it's worth, Seth Rollins said on the Jay Moore Stories podcast that he has 3 years left on his WWE contract. So. Seth Rollins to AEW confirmed. Vet, your thoughts?
He has 3 years left on his contract before he resigns for another contract. He ain't never leaving that place.
You don't think so? You think he's
never,
a lifer?
Never.
Is he a lifer?
Never, bro.
What do you think, buddy?
Bro,
don't call me bro.
They.
Oh, okay, better.
Can you imagine how hard it would be to replace bro with they? Or that's not even grammatically correct. You wouldn't say that.
Hey,
you wouldn't call a person.
Hey, they.
Yeah, you wouldn't even say it.
What's up, them?
Yeah, you wouldn't even say that if you were trying to use those. You wouldn't say that. You would, Anyway, the point is, Seth Rollins, they aren't going anywhere.
No.
Okay? He's going to be in WWE for life because they have propped this guy up. Some could, and no disrespect to Seth Rollins' work ethic, and Charles, you could actually talk about Seth personally, but his work ethic, unquestioned. He's worked through injuries. He's been handed the ball. He's run with it. But you could definitely say that even though he's held up his end of the bargain, he's definitely been propped up by the company. And when you get that kind of love from the company where they say you're the guy, why leave? There's no reason to leave. You will have the run of the place as long as you want it. They're not going to one day wake up and get tired of Seth Rollins. So he's going to be the man as long as he wants there, and you can't trade that for anything. You got to stay. Yeah. The time is it's only when you want to walk away forever. Yeah, the money's like Seth Rollins already rich for he has more money than he'll ever need, and his wife brought in more money. Yeah. So unless they get a divorce and they don't have a nice prenup, then he won't even need the money. But that'll just be a nice bonus for him to stay there and have the run of the place.
So, Vet, you were talking about that the Hammer would, Seth Rollins from back in the day. I mean, were you working with Seth Rollins when he first came into the WWE system?
When I was in FCW, he came down a couple of times. He was still he was still doing the Tyler Black thing, but he was kind of coming out of the Tyler. He was getting rid of that gimmick and being Seth Rollins. So I met him in transition. But I could see, yeah. So he was when he got there, I left. So, but I could see that I could see that he was a little cut above.
What was it? Was there a certain thing about him?
His work, he was kind of like Drew McIntyre. He was real detailed in the small things. So I was watching he's working out with I think Chris Harris from TNA was there for a minute, and he was on ECW for a minute. But I think they worked a couple of matches or something. I remember, I think, and I could see there his stuff was about the little things before he would get to the big flip or whatever the kick out was going to be, from what I could tell about him.
Piers, let me ask you this question. I mean, we're thinking down the road here when it comes to Seth Rollins, but look at his body. If we look at his body of work, the impact that he's had on the WWE or wrestling in general, is Seth Rollins going to be one of those guys that's going to be up there with like the names of Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair or The Rock, like Stone Cold? Are we going to say 25 years from now, when we're very old, our kids are going to be like, Seth Rollins is one of the greatest of all time? Is that possible?
I mean, I think so. When you look at generational stuff, right? I mean, when you look back in the Attitude Era and you saw Triple H coming through and breaking through the game, did anyone sit there at the time and go, wow, this guy is a generational heel. He's going to be remembered like Harley Race? And it probably at the time, people may have gone, yeah, and most of the time people probably wouldn't, but like I think Seth Rollins will probably be one of those people that'll be remembered for generation, like people remember, and in like our generation, right? Like we sit there, we remember, characters such as Roddy Piper and guys like that. So he will be remembered to a certain extent. I mean, for someone like me who's and all of us who have been watching the product for so long, I mean. Look, I think he's not I wouldn't put him on the level of a talent like The Rock or an Austin or a Hogan or a Flair. Like, I don't think he has that where he commands that much attention. I think he's really talented. I just don't think he's, superstar level.
The vet laughs at that.
I was laughing. I was reading some of the chat comments. I was laughing at them.
No. Saying whenever Matt laughs at what I'm saying, I'm like, all right, maybe.
No, Piers, you're spot on. I think.
Yeah, you're spot on, especially with the Roddy Piper thing. I agree with you, man. I see him. Am I wrong there, Hammer?
He's spot on with Piper.
Yeah, a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities. With the I mean, he may not have the what do you call it? The what do you call it when it's worldwide, not just wrestling?
International
or like the crossover effect that Roddy Piper had, with the rock and wrestling connection. Seth Rollins is kind of a big deal, and I think he's one of those guys like the Miz that I don't think we're gonna appreciate until after they retire.
Yeah, but also
you need them.
Go ahead, Hammer, real quick, and then Piers.
Oh, you need them. I think you need the Miz, man. You need the Miz.
The Miz is one of my very favorites. Go ahead, Piers, jump in, buddy.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm on the Miz. I think the Miz is one of my all-time favorite performers. Just in considering when you look at the statistics, okay, he's held every title. He's been there for 20 plus years. He came in as a green rook that got fucking buried and kicked out of the locker room.
Super hot wife.
Been around for 20 plus years. Injured, it has been lucky on the injury side of things. Hasn't really been injured overly that much, but
Well, he works safe. I mean, not safe, but
he works smart. He works smart.
Smart. Yeah, he works smart. Hey, speaking of injuries, apparently there was a follow-up here with Seth Rollins saying that he'll be back within the next 3 months. That would put him in line for WrestleMania. So I want to go around the horn one more time before we jump off to the next topic. Piers, then Hammer, then Vet. What do we think? what's going to happen? We've been talking about this whole situation with Austin Theory. I've already gave my theory on Austin Theory. I think that maybe perhaps Seth Rollins is prepping or setting up some type of Shield type faction moving forward. Your thoughts on this, Piers? I know you spoke a little bit about this yesterday, but for the people that didn't join us, and there are some people that didn't join us yesterday, any thoughts on Seth Rollins moving forward, his storyline? He'll be back in the next 3 months, again, in line with WrestleMania.
I think putting Seth in another faction would be silly at this point. I think he's got to come back, and he has to be like, and I don't want to keep referring to previous performers, but I think he needs to be the Stone Cold-esque gimmick. That sort of solo guy comes back, kicks everyone's ass, bails out when, you know what I mean? Like, he needs to come back strong and comes back as a solo performer, because I think the return needs to be back on him, especially with how he got turned on. And I think the feud is going to definitely be he comes back, and Bron Breakker is going to be the feud. So I think, you know, Bron's going to get the rub out of that as well from working with Seth. And, you know, I think Seth is probably going to end up getting the upper hand of the storyline. I believe that we'll see Bron Breakker win the beat Punk for the belt. I reckon they'll put the belt on him, and I reckon Seth will come back, and I reckon they'll put the belt on Seth probably around WrestleMania.
Man, I don't disagree. Hammer, how big a baby face pop is Seth Rollins going to get when he comes back, and how would you book that, man?
I would these three pieces. I would take Theory, Breaker, and Seth, right? And I'll plug a couple of people in between just to build it up a little bit. But I would book this like Dutch taught me. I would book this towards Mania and set it up for after Mania. So there's gonna be something for Braun, and save Seth for the end, because the place is gonna pop a roof when he comes out. Mm-hmm. So you hide Seth, you keep Seth small, book Breaker and Theory, build them, and have Rollins come in and take it away.
All right, cool. What any you want to tie this up with a nice little Christmas bow there, Vet?
Well, as always, or not always, but at least 95% of the time in cases like this, the correct answer is who cares? But just to play along with everybody else,
such a heel.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is a god-awful babyface. So as long as you don't try to do anything after the big pop of his return,
right? Where
if you turn him immediately, you know, back to being a heel, however that works, that's what you got to do. Yeah, don't put people through what you did that got us here in the first place, which is, you know, all the singing and the other bullshit that.
And that's what I mean. That instead of have him come back Stone Cold-esque, where you still have him being a heel and cunty and stuff like that, but the crowd are going to react to it because he's going after heels, and he's the biggest star out of himself and Bron Breakker, and even Jonah Rock, what's his name, Tyson, the other big guys. Yeah, no, the other big guys. He can't. Fuck, I can't know. Like Bronson Reed,
yes,
yeah, like that. He needs to come back and just, like, you know, be a heel, but like go after bigger heels. So he's the popular heel.
You know what they should do. You know what they really should do. They should take the Austin Theory thing where it was like a mysterious hooded figure coming in and doing all Seth Rollins moves, and they should do that like 4 or 5 more times until people get sick of it, and then the 6th time can be Seth Rollins actually.
Yes,
and that can be the big reveal. And they can just keep adding people to the faction. All these people that are just sitting in catering, not being used like Austin Theory was, healthy scratches. You just find all those people. Tozawa can be one of them. Like, they can just all keep getting added to the. They can all just keep getting added to the vision, and then finally, the 6th one is Seth Rollins.
Yes, we'll call it 6th. Anyway, anyone think Bronson Reed will ever be a world champion in the WWE?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I think Bronson Reed's going to have a career like Mark Henry. I think his career will come in about 10 years' time, and I think he'll get his run when he's probably late 30s, early 40s. I think he's like early. So 30s.
Right when his knees are about to give out for good.
Well, look at Mark Henry. Mark Henry didn't really get his world title run to like mid 2000s.
That's true. What do you think?
So he's already been there for over a decade.
What do you think?
Well, that wasn't my point. My point was I don't know if Bronson Reed's health issues if his body's gonna even hold up to have that.
Well, he's lost a lot of weight. The guy's in.
I know, but he's still fucking fat, and his joints can't handle it. The amount of stuff that he does. How many times, dude? His finish is a splash off the top. Every time he does that, he's taking days off his career.
His knees,
maybe weeks. So he doesn't have the time to wait for a Mark Henry run. They're either going to give it to him now because they got 2 belts, 2 heavyweight championships, and who cares, and just give it to him, or he's never going to get it.
Bronson 7, there you go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, sorry.
Go ahead, Piers. Hammer. What do you guys?
What, me?
Yes.
Yeah. Bronson Reed. All right. I agree with PA and I agree with Vet. I want to just say this. When I saw Bronson Reed come back and I'm gonna say it like this. When he did that splash onto the car, the first thing that came to my brain was he still doesn't get it. He's still diving off of shit. Yep. He's still leaving his feet. So whatever run he's gonna get, he needs to go ahead and get it now because he's still leaving. He's still taking those damn dives. So in his young mind, when he thinks when the big money comes, okay, now let me go back up to this cage and do this shit again so I can go again. That's God bless him, but it hadn't registered yet.
37.
It's too late. It's too late just because some
he's still
people
diving. He's still diving on leaving it.
But that was his one thing though. Like that when you get known for a thing and you get pigeonholed and stuck in that thing, if you can't just not do the tsunami now, that's all anybody gives a shit. If you think of Bronson, you only think of that splash off the top because otherwise he's just another guy. So you think of it because wow, look at this fat guy coming off the top. That's what you think of. If he was a normal sized guy, that coming off the top wouldn't mean shit. You know, but now that he's done it and he's established himself as that, and they've used that multiple times as like, this is the thing he does that puts people out. So now he's stuck in it. It's the same thing with Sol Ruca. They talk about her with her finisher and they talk about how it's ridiculous, but hey, that's the one thing she's got that got over. Otherwise she's just a blonde girl. So, you know, people get stuck doing spectacular things. It's just a thing that happens in wrestling sometimes, Hammer. You know that. It's like, it's unfortunate, but what can you do? You can't walk it back now. It's too late.
Go ahead, Piers.
Too late now.
Like the thing is with Bronson Reed as well, he's only like 5'10". Like he's not massive either. So he's not tall, but he's a big guy, but he's not big in height. So like, and I'm pretty sure he even shattered his ankle like a year or so ago, didn't he? When he
came off the top of the cage.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole point. That's it. Once you get, excuse my language, but once you get fucked up in this business doing shit, at some point, it's supposed to register in your real life mind. Am I going to continue doing that or am I going to do something else? What do you do? Wham! Jump off the car on LA Night. I was like, you don't freaking get it. You still diving. Oh, I don't care if it's a chair. You are leaving your feet, dude. You already got hurt. So you just going to continue on. So bless him. That's it.
And when you get hurt in the ring as well, like especially something like that, and you shatter your fucking foot, like that affects your confidence as well. You keep going back up, but that's the thing that fucking shattered your foot. Every time you climb up there, every time you go to do that fucking spot, your mind's going, oh, that fucking pain, that fucking surgery. Mm-hmm. So, like, dude, like, why can't, like, yeah, he's short compared to most big guys in wrestling, but he's got the size and he looks fucking 7 feet tall. Accentuate it, like make him work the fucking big guys.
You don't
like
mind
he's a baby face either that he needs to do that to get over because it's like he's a heel.
My only thought was when I saw him do the tsunami over and over again, I was like, shit, you know, a boss man slam. Like if he made that his finisher at the beginning, would have been just as effective.
Yeah, sure would have.
Having somebody come off the ropes, spinning and dropping on top of him with 300 pounds, that would have worked too. But I mean, what do I know?
The classic. Give him the classic fat guy crossbody.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's it. 1, 2, 3.
I'll steal DiBiase Jr.'s move, the one that from his old man.
No, we don't want to do that, brother. DiBiase Jr. is in enough trouble. PW Insider, you may have heard of them. They have followed up with some further information regarding the commentary changes for 2026. So let's break this down here. Corey Graves will be joining Michael Cole, shocker, on Monday Night Raw, while Joe Tessitore and Way Barrett will now be calling Friday Night SmackDown. I think they've done that before, and I think it works both ways. I don't hate Corey Graves. A lot of people don't like him. I think he's actually pretty damn good at his job.
He's not a big enough star for Raw and Netflix. I heard
that.
I heard that. I heard that somewhere.
I think
I heard that about a year ago.
Maybe a dick, but he's very good at his job. All right, let's move on. This is not important. Dave Meltzer said, now this is important. Dave Meltzer said it. Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio that Obafemi, listen to these names, Obafemi, Joe Hendry, and Sol Ruca are all being fast-tracked to the main roster. And Obafemi, in particular, is seen as a major main eventer. Now, that's not a fucking shocker. I think that's him just kind of just making assumptions based on the obvious. But out of those three, and yes, I'm counting the girl too, who do you guys think is going to have the longest? This is a crazy question. Who's going to have the longest storied career in the WWE out of all three of these guys? Joe Hendry, Obafemi, Sol Ruca. I go Vet, then Hammer, then Piers.
Obafemi, if he wants it, assuming he doesn't, walk away one day and be like, enough for me. And assuming that the company doesn't treat him like they've treated other top black athletes in the past. Or guys that should have been top and never got to the top. I would say him. They all have potential, but the Sol Ruca thing is like, can she hold up? She's already been hurt. She's like bad wheels already.
Multiple times. She's
so like, and she's decently young, right? She's still in her 20s.
I'll look it up.
Early 20s, I think.
Okay, so already, like, we're talking about at least one major knee surgery and probably some more. So she's not going to last, even if she could be.
She's 26, by the way. She's 26.
Yeah, so boom. Are you going to be washed up at 30? Who knows? So,
Jesus.
And the other person, Joe Hendry, again, not a spring chicken, kind of a gimmick. They already don't know what to do with him. It's clear that they have no idea what to do with Joe Hendry. It's clear. It's clear from NXT. It's clear from his appearances on Raw and SmackDown. It's clear from TNA that TNA didn't know what to do with him. Like, nobody has know what to do with Joe Hendry except Joe Hendry.
That's right.
To me, Joe Hendry has... like, the most Joe Hendry I've ever seen Joe Hendry was when he was doing the indies, like MLW and Ring of Honor, so that he was 100% in control of his own stuff. And they were just like, yeah, go ahead, do whatever. We don't care. We just concentrate on wrestling, so you do the entertainment stuff. So when he's got that unleashed thing, he knows kind of what works for him and what doesn't. They see what they think works, and they try to replicate it, and it ends up coming off canned and phony and not Joe Hendry, like not full Joe Hendry. So I don't think he's going to have the career that he should. But even if he was, again, he's the oldest of these guys. So he has less of a chance.
37 years old. Hammer, your thoughts out of these three?
Out of the three, I'm going to say Femi, and I'll say Henry. I'm Joe Henry. I like Joe Henry because to me, he's a what you call in my opinion, a true independent contractor. Because like Vet said, he's in control of his own narrative like that. So with Sol Ruca, bless her heart, but she's still doing those dives and still landing on a. I don't like when I like it when she does her flips, but she just does it now. She did a moonsault the other night off the top rope out to the floor. Again, she's another one. Bless her heart, but she doesn't get it. You've been hurt from doing this crap, and you're still doing it. So you're not going to last long. So Femi and Joe Henry.
What do you think there, Piers?
Yeah, look, I think Femi has got main event superstar written all over him. If we look at the history of the WWE, they love big guys. They love guys that have that sort of look. And I think Obafemi has the WWE system bred into him. So he doesn't have a background in the business. He's learned from the ground up how to wrestle. He's learned the WWE style. He's going to go straight in there. Joe Henry, he's nothing more than a catchphrase. Like, to me, honestly, I think Joe Henry is a meme. Once past that, and once they say his name and all that bullshit wears off in about, and I think we're starting to see that shit wear off. Kind of over it, and nothing against him. I think he's a good performer, but I think that he's a solid hand, but fuck, dude, he hasn't followed up following that song.
That's it. Piers, I'm sorry. Right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You think that because that's what they're showing you. Right? So this is the WWE-ized version of Joe Hendry because they don't get it. Right? So it's tired now because they don't know how to fucking show it to you. That's all. That's all my point was.
Yeah, and look, I think Sol Ruca, I mean, she's got exactly what WWE want. Like, WWE like those blonde hair, blue eyed bitches. You look at the history of it. I said before when I said it, and they've got you see Tiffany Stratton now, who's coming up being the next Charlotte Flair. They've got Sol Ruca looking to come up being the next Tiffany Stratton.
Knee brace.
Then they've got Blake Monroe in NXT that's coming through as well.
She'll be wearing a knee brace.
Yeah. I mean, look, if Sol Ruca knows how to play the game, I think she'll go far, but but no,
the knee brace.
Yeah, look, I think as what Emma said, you do dumb shit, you're going to win dumb prizes, and if you keep doing shit that you keep injuring yourself on, then your career's going to get shorter and shorter. So, your gimmick isn't over. Her gimmick isn't over enough. I think her character needs to be accentuated a bit more, so then she can take away doing stupid shit, like flying off the top rope to the outside. But I think the only one out of the three that has a career in 5 years in WWE is Obafemi.
I'm gonna disagree. I think Sol Ruca has a big shot if she decides to get some what do you call them?
Wrestling
titties.
So we'll see. That's how it usually works. Let's move on. TC.
Hey Ray, I want to say on that though, real quick before we move on, that's gonna have an imbalance physically now. That's going to cause, on the moonsault, it's going to cause even more rotational problems, and it's going to put more pressure on the knees.
Well, you know what it is.
And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too.
So I mean, hey,
Falcon punch.
More tits things here. You last one.
Hot knockers.
Anyway, TC. I'm waiting for him to press a button. Nothing's coming through.
Wait. I gotta see it.
What a job.
I'm gonna come.
Anyway, that's disgusting. TC of WrestleVotes, you may have heard of him, notes that there have been big feelings of relief within the WWE. And I can't wait to hear from Hammer from this one. I want to go to you first. Big relief within the WWE thanks to getting the holidays and getting some time off after a long, hard year of work. Hammer, what if you came up right now in NXT? Let's say Hammer was in his early 20s in NXT. Do you think things would have maybe ended up a little differently for you on a personal basis, knowing that you get the holidays off? If you decided to have a kid, you get to be there for their birth. I mean, wrestling has changed, man. I mean, my dad disappeared for weeks at a time as a little kid, and I didn't see my dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was just wrestling in the Indies in Puerto Rico. So, I mean, like your thoughts on this shit? They're getting Christmas off. What? New Year's? What?
Well, let's see. We actually got New Year's off, but we had to be back on the 3rd. But I know that now when I was working in Puerto Rico, we have the anniversary shows. So missed a holiday or two. I know in Japan, I was Thanksgiving. So I was over in Japan for Thanksgiving once a couple of times. So not being able to see my kids for Thanksgiving, I was like, that was kind of rough at times. But the money was worth it, but it just couldn't. There was no AI back then, so it wasn't. You couldn't like video FaceTime like that.
That would have made a difference, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that I say that. I would say social media would have been something I would have been big on.
My question is, do you think it's good? Do you think it's good for the talent to be able to get the holidays off, or do you think it's being too soft on these kids that are coming?
Well, nowadays, the system is different now, so they're more lenient, and have more liberty. Like I told Vet a while back, they have more liberty now. So it's kind of given to them that they will be off for the holidays, unlike it used to be.
What do you think there, Piers?
Yeah.
You've worked in the wrestling business, man. How do you feel about giving the kids maybe Christmas off and shit?
Fuck, do it, man. Do it. Like, what's the point in repeating history? And we saw, like, in the early 2000s, guys that were in their late 30s, early 40s, dropping dead from drug overdoses, or the effects or long-term effects of steroids, and also pain medications and all that sort of stuff. There was a period in, I think, mid 2000s where it was like there was someone passing every month. Now guys are taking better care of themselves. They're not out there. And look, I think that the day of technology is both good and bad. I think people are on their fucking phones way too much. But for people like in WWE, these guys are more fucking scared about getting in trouble. So they just, they keep in line. They don't get involved in too much online bullshit. There's a couple get a little bit lippy, but the rest just keep in line, and they keep in track, and they go town to town. But you don't hear stories of them going out getting fucked up in bars and shit like that. And I think that this generation are probably a little bit smarter, and they take better care of themselves, and giving them the time off. Like, what's the difference if they run a fucking shitty 90-minute Monday Night Raw the week of Christmas? You know what I mean? Like, does anyone really give a fuck? No. Like,
well, I'm wondering, Vet, do you give a fuck?
Either way.
Well,
I mean,
go
ahead, Hammer.
I forgot to say, Ray, by me also being a veteran, I was in Iraq when the company came over and performed before television. The next year, I was already back from Iraq. The second year they went, that's when the television went over there with them. But the first year, the first rotation, they came because they came. It was that was real kayfabe then, so the media didn't know about it.
Yeah. Did you hear the story? Yeah. How, like, when RVD, like, they got told, whoever doesn't want to go over to Iraq, like, on Christmas,
you don't have to.
And then RVD was like, great, I'm not going. And they're like, oh, Vince really wants you to go. He's like, but they said that we didn't have to go. That's true. Yeah. Great, I'm going. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Like, what, like as a veteran, right? Like, what did you think of, and also someone in the business, did you think of that as disrespectful as someone at his level that didn't go over and perform for the troops? Or do you see it like, no, man, like, this motherfucker works year round. He wanted to have some time for his Christmas. Like which side do you see it from, bro?
Honestly speaking, I'm partial on that, because if I wasn't a veteran, then I would have maybe a difference of opinion. But by me being a veteran, actually being over there, I can, and being being in the business, and being pretty successful at it to a degree, I'm partial both ways. I would respect that. Yeah, I wouldn't hate them. You know what I mean? But I would still, it would be okay with me.
You can understand someone doesn't want to go into a fucking war zone kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna end this with a nice little holiday story, ladies and gentlemen. No commentary needed. Roman Reigns, who hasn't wrestled since Survivor Series War Games in November, spent part of his holiday giving back in the most heartwarming way possible. Instead of relaxing on his time off, the tribal chief was spotted delivering pizzas to children at local hospitals and spending time with sick kids and making their day. So that's pretty fucking cool. Everybody throw the ones up.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
You're gonna acknowledge the little kids like dying. Oh, acknowledge me, kid. I can't lift my arm.
have a slice.
Yeah.
Oh God. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite part of the show. I fucking love this part. This is the part where we go back in the day. We jump in the time machine to a better time, an old school time, a time much like we remember back in opening up our Nintendos and stuff like that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back in the day to this day in professional wrestling history.
Will you stop? What's it gonna do?
Boobies.
Oh, shuggy duggy quack quack.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is December 24th, 1980 something. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going all the way back to 1985. Tarzan Tyler, Pierre, Mad Dog Lefevre, and I can't say his name, and referee Adrian Du Bois were killed in a car crash. Jesus Christ. In Quebec, Canada, on the way home from a wrestling event. That fucking sucks. That sucks to kick it off. Let's go past that. Let's go to 2006. 2000, New Japan Pro Wrestling held an event at Kodokan Hall in Tokyo, Japan, titled Battle Xmas. Catch the victory. In the main event, Minoru Tanaka defeated Koji Kanemoto, I hope I said that right, to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Now, Hammer, we know that you have many fights, many brawls, exploding ring matches with the great Koji Kanemoto. Any thoughts?
Koji Kanemoto?
I don't know.
No, I don't know who that
is either.
I don't know who that is, dude.
Fucking with you guys. Yeah, so that happened. Vet, any thoughts? You're a Japan guy. Tell us who these guys are.
Oh yeah, well, who's the first guy? I know
It
Koji
is
Kanemoto, but
Koji Kanemoto and Minoru Tanaka. Hi.
Minoru Tanaka.
Yeah, it's like Minoru
Why does
Suzuki.
that sound? It almost sounds like a guy, but I don't know who that is.
Well, you can use your Google phones and find out, I guess.
So can we all?
Yes, we can. Chat.
I won't though.
Japanese
chat,
actor.
Anybody in the chat? I don't know. Well, let's fast forward 10 years here because we're gonna speed this through.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Shit, there's
for
only
10 years.
This is it. This is it. This is the shortest back in the day in pro wrestling history. Yeah,
no Christmas
Pro
Eve
wrestling,
events.
What?
Nothing. Nobody worked on Christmas Eve. Maybe this was always a thing. Who knows? Hey, Pro Wrestling Noah's Winter Navigation event took place at Kodokan Hall.
Broken Hall, yeah.
Kodokan Hall in Tokyo, Japan. On
Yes.
the show, the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles changed hands as the Great Gato and Jado lost to Atsushi Kodike and Daisuke Harada. You know how hard it is to fucking say those damn names? Anyone?
So Jado and Gato were doing a run in Noah at this time.
Bro, I don't know.
I mean, they spent a lot of time. They
Gato.
spent a lot of time in New Japan.
I know Gato. That's all I have to say. I know Gato. I mean,
Jado. Come on, they were. You got to know them.
Hammer, didn't you
That's
wrestle
low.
with Gato a couple of times?
I worked with Masato Tanaka a couple of times in Japan.
You worked with Tanaka?
Yeah, I worked with Masato Tanaka.
Can you
Fujiwara.
tell us about that? Fuck it. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he was the total opposite of EC. He was the total opposite of what his style in ECW. When we worked like 2 times on those tours, we worked a singles and a tag. Yeah, no, 2 tags, 2 tag matches. So it was easy as pie, man. It was nothing like I was expecting. So it was the total opposite. Once we talked about it a little bit, and then we was locked up. What we got into, it was like nothing like what he did on ECW. So
when you say it was, what were you expecting though? Were you expecting him to be like incredibly stiff, hard to communicate with? Like what was going through your mind?
He never worked with me before. So, but his English was real soft, but you could understand him. But he basically was letting me know that he was going to be easy, but he was trying to tell me basically other big black guys that he worked with, they were too damn stiff. You know what I'm saying? So other guys, he was one of those Japanese guys that, okay, basically I make my money. He basically was telling me my Japanese money is different from American money. So I work different. So his pay is different. I didn't understand it at the time until I got through the first tour. Then I was like, okay, I get it. So once he saw that I was easy to work with, he was like, shit, man, we did a couple of things and he sold like crazy and I put him in a few holes and that was it, man. I mean, we went back and forth a little bit, but we didn't get physical, we didn't go outside the ring. That's what we did. We stayed inside the ring. We didn't have to go outside both matches. And we did nothing outside.
What you don't know is that the vet has paid a couple of Japanese women to work stiff with him. Your thoughts?
Hey, I'm happy to put a vet. Vet over strong.
Come again.
Vet over strong.
Well, I think when Hammer was saying like not what he expected, because you know when Masato Tanaka would leave the ring in the United States, it would be because Mike Awesome was throwing him over the top rope through 2 tables. Yeah, so like you know, if you had seen him do any of that, or whatever kind of matches he did where he got all those horrific scars all over his body, you know, maybe Hammer thought it was going to be some sort of a hardcore affair.
Yeah.
And then he just ended up doing some nice old school working and wrestling.
Real quick, I wonder if when he's talking about working big black wrestlers or whatever, I wonder if he worked Ron Simmons. That's around the time, though.
That was if he did, it was before my time. I mean, I went over there in 2009.
Yeah, that might have been before because Tanaka was in ECW in what, like 99, late 90s.
Oh, so maybe I'm trying to think of larger African American wrestlers around that time that could have worked in Japan.
They were. Well, see, a lot of guys did go over there and work, but I guess it didn't work out. Or I don't know, but I know I didn't have a problem.
Ahmed Johnson.
Ahmed Johnson. I was thinking about him too.
Bob Sapp. Because Bob Sapp
was over there.
He was big in Japan over there, and he was a fucking shit. His shoot punches look fucking better than his work punches.
What about the Great Power Uti? Anyone? No.
Oh, I heard about that motherfucker. I heard about that dude.
I don't know why that guy came into my mind.
I've heard so many stories about that.
Anyway, I'll just remind everybody to please Google the Great Power Udi if you want a good laugh from professional wrestling. Listen, man, we're done with this. We're about to jump into NXT. But before that, I always wish a happy birthday to our wrestling compadres. So let's see who we got here. Who has a birthday? We got the great Ricky Knight, born in 1953. Happy birthday to you. Andre Baker, born in 1964. Happy birthday to you. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, the great Christopher Daniels, born in 1971. And Cassius, Chris Hero, born in 1979. Yes, that fat fuck is actually younger than me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It's time. It's NXT time. And you know what's going to happen, right, folks? Y'all got to walk with us. It's time to walk into NXT. Let's hit the music, monkeys in the truck. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, instead of going who, we're going to go ho. 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 Come on. Bring it. Ho. 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 And we're walking. Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. It's Christmas. I'm going to open up that present tonight. And that present's going to be my wife's vagina. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It is NXT. December 23rd, 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, this show was headlined by a title match, a women's title match, actually. Yeah, U.S. title match. We got the great Chelsea Green, who'll be on the show later tonight. Vet, let's do this, brother.
You guys familiar with the tradition of opening a Christmas present on Christmas Eve and then saving the rest for Christmas morning.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
We do that.
Well, my present to you guys would be like, we just don't talk about NXT and just get the hell out of here. You can find me at Opinion Hammer everywhere
come
on all your
on.
what?
Oh, we got it. Come on, this is what we
Really?
do for the kids.
We got to talk after all the fun we've had talking about memories and news and Seth Rollins and and birthdays and of guys that we barely heard of.
Oh, vet. This is the next level wrestling review, sir.
God damn it.
I mean, we can speed run most of it. It's not really difficult. It's not a lot going on.
All right, so in your main event, Sol Ruca.
Not that fast, dude. Come on. Damn. Shit.
All right, let's see what we can do.
All right, we got this.
All right, we're starting out with Lola Vice.
Oh,
Okay. Nice. That's not good Christmas present.
I'm a Latina.
Izzy Dame. Kind of like a pack of socks.
Tall pack of socks. Tall socks.
Yeah, tall, like the 12 pack of.
Like the one with the stripes on them that we used to wear in elementary school with the red, blue, and
yeah, it's like that. You're like, oh, thanks, Mom. Yeah. But whatever. Lola's there. They got a match. They're having a match. It's a typical NXT women's match. They do what they talked about. The main thing here is that we get Chainsaw Paxum.
What? Oh boy, this was. Look, Hammer's done. Hammer just left. He got.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Hammer just got up and fucked off.
That's right.
Can I ask you a question, guys? Is this the first time ever? Is this the first time ever, Hammer and Piers and Vet, that a match has been that there's been an interference with a chainsaw?
No.
Chainsaw Charlie.
Oh well.
Back in '98, I think it was, or '97, maybe.
Yeah.
Showing my age there.
Yep.
Chainsaw Charlie, the great.
That's what I thought of as soon as I saw that. Thought about Terry Funk.
Or if you go back to
Jesus!
back in Trash Bag Wrestling Land, I'm sure they pulled out something similar.
The great Zandig. Guy's awesome.
Yeah.
His big gut.
Yeah, this is stupid, man. So stupid. Because then you got to go through with the gimmick chainsaw, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's a gimmick chainsaw," so you expose everything.
It's a real chainsaw. She cut through the wall.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
you guys.
But then she doesn't cut through a person, so what's the point?
Do you guys ever wonder? And I'll ask you, Hammer. Do you ever wonder, like, what if she's running with the chainsaw and one of the fans is like, "Yeah," there's a hand that just goes flying into the other side of the crowd? Anyway, your thoughts, Hammer.
Well, on this chainsaw, that wouldn't have happened.
I didn't know. I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. What was the point of that? It's not Halloween. If it's Halloween, I get it, but it's not Halloween.
It's a Christmas chainsaw.
So I'm like, what was the purpose of the chainsaw?
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah.
You guys have seen that before?
But that was an axe, though, not a
I
chainsaw.
You haven't seen Silent Night, Deadly Night?
You know what? I gotta Google it because if I see the thing, maybe I have it. I just forget the name.
It's where Santa Claus is like a piece of shit.
Santa Claus is a piece of shit.
Oh, that's
breaks into people's fucking houses and steals food.
Stealing.
So Lola takes advantage of this distraction to hit the baby got back fist, and then she wins the match. And then Kalani jumps her afterwards, and the referees have to step in and threaten to. They threaten Kalani with not knowing how to count.
She is the most non-lethal looking person. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, guys. I look at Kalani Jordan. She's, like I said, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's just like a
string bean.
Like a pack of nice socks. I don't know, like a nice pack of socks. Like a pack. You get it's Ralph Lauren socks, but they're still socks. Yeah. Anyone?
No, I get it.
She needs to put on 10 pounds, like 8 pounds of muscle, man.
Is that what
she needs to put on 15 pounds of charisma.
Okay, charisma and that too. And I've said I think I said that at least since last year, that at least this young lady should put on some muscle, man, if she's gonna do all the stuff she's doing. And then, of course, like Vet said with the charisma part, but I've said that for a long time. That for her, she needs to put. I mean, she really needs to do. You look at some of these females that's in the business now, and the average female, the young girls, they're like string beans, like olive oil.
They all look like Sasha Banks.
Yeah, getting sold away. Yes.
But even some of the dudes, bro, like look at Javon Evans and the dude that's the
don't
TNA.
besmirch the name of Javon Evans.
Yeah,
that's
a lot of guys look the same. A lot of guys
that,
look the same. The hair,
the X Division, Javon Evans, like similar, these scrawny dudes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
I think there's a lot of variety in body types. That's not really the issue here. There's always going to be somebody that's some kind of shape. So if you want a girl with 10 more pounds of muscle, then that would be probably one of the other 5-6 girls that look like Kalani Jordan that are 10 pounds heavier. But her issue is not 10 pounds. Her issue is she's like, she has the personality of a dish rag, not even a used dish rag. Ooh. Just the clearance dish rags that they have on Black Friday. So yeah, it's just, there will never be anything there. They'll keep pushing her. But there's really nothing for the audience to latch onto there. So that's why they had to turn her heel, because you think, okay, you got a lean, beautiful gymnast. Well, that's a baby face.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And everybody booed the shit out of her because she's fucking terrible. And then they had to turn her heel so that the boos made sense and fit with the company. That's what they always do. They did it to everybody. They did it to Roman Reigns. They did it to Braun Breaker. But those guys, even though they're not women, but they also had an upside. But the fact is that the company was shoving them down people's throats.
Right.
And the audience was gagging on it and rejecting it. That's what happened with Kalani Jordan. They Roman Reigns'd her, but she doesn't even have the talent Roman Reigns had. So it's definitely not going to work, because she can't pull off the heel. You could boo her, but it's not the same kind of heat. So that's her issue.
Look, I believe what the issue is in WWE, and I think a lot of the fans are blinded by this, and they go, yeah, women's wrestling is on the equal level of men in WWE. It's not, and I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. All right, who's got a gimmick out of all the women in WWE? Like an actual gimmick. Besides being, it's not like, okay, yeah, she comes out, but she's just a blonde chick, right? They're just giving a little, little bit like that.
Dark Paxum. She's got a chainsaw.
Once he gets to the once they get to the main roster, look at Lash Legend. Started out as what? She's the token Japanese chick, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no real, but what I'm saying is there's no real characters in women's wrestling. There's no real characters.
I'll give you one. Chelsea Green.
Green.
I think she's probably the most over woman on the roster. If you're being and the most entertaining, because she has a character, because she gets her character over. And I think the only other person who has a character is the one in the Wyatt Six that you barely see, or you see once every 6. No, the Wyatt Six. Yeah, but Rhea Ripley. Yeah, but besides Rhea Ripley, what is she? She's just a big Aussie goth chick. But like, what's her character?
You could say the same argument about every man.
Yeah,
that's just what wrestling is, Piers. That's just what wrestling is now. There's a lot of cheese sandwiches out there. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's supposed to be a sport. If you turn on baseball, you don't be like, man, none of these guys have a gimmick. Shohei Ohtani's a token Japanese guy. No, they're supposed to be athletes. So it's more like everybody should be kind of the same, but then they have their own little flavors. Like ice cream is all ice cream, but chocolate and vanilla, strawberry and mint chocolate and Rocky Road and all those are like, it's still ice cream, but it's slightly different. You might be in the mood for a different one on a different day. Charles, you have to be familiar with the ice cream bullshit because Tom Pritchard and all that, right? So you've heard that a million times and you're probably sick of it, but it's still true. That's why he keeps saying it. So, I mean, it's good because if you're too many gimmicks, I mean, look what you said about Joe Henry earlier. You're already tired of it, right? So it can be bad, but that's not the issue. Kalani Jordan's not the issue. The issue is there's some people that just ain't cut out for this. And there's always a line of people who are better at everything than you waiting to replace you. So until she falls out of favor, we're stuck with her for now, but we got to move on.
Yes,
Jordan Grace is watching Thea win on her tablet from last week. I assume she's been sitting here all week watching this, just over and over nonstop, because she says she's kept watching it. And Thea says, "Hey, thanks for standing up for me." So that's cute. Ethan Page gives Miles Bourne some advice, which is funny because he's like, "You haven't been listening to me, Miles," which that's great.
Because he's deaf. Get it? Anyone? Anyway.
Well, now here's something that even Miles Bourne could hear, because Thea Hale comes out to the ring and she cuts a promo, and it's okay, but she's shrieking at us the whole time. She's just yelling and yelling and yelling. So even Miles Bourne's backstage like.
So can I just comment on this? As I was watching this, right, I was like, okay, because there were some positives and negatives that I took out of this, and I want to hear what you guys think. So the negative. When she started tearing up, I guess, and crying, the first thing that came to my mind was what they did to Lola Vice, where Lola Vice was over, they made her cry, and then that kind of softened her up, and people started like looking at her like she's kind of a joke, and she kind of yes, Vet.
Just one thing.
What?
Thea Hale's the type that might cry. Lola Vice was not the person we wanted to see cry.
But now Thea Hale would then transition into the fucking psycho Thea Hale. And I was like, positive. I liked it. But then she would go back to crying again. And I was like, all right, so I like this, the crying became screeching. That's what you're talking about. But when she was like, I'm a fucking big bitch now, whatever the fuck she says, I was like, I'm all in. So it was like a weird promo. It was like, it was good and it was bad to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyone?
Right.
I thought that the promo went on longer than it needed to. And I think, and she repeated herself a couple of times. And whoever produced that segment needs to be fucking pulled up, because that went on she was out there talking 3 minutes longer than she needed to before she got cut off. Like, she should have been cut off way sooner, had that moment, whatever it needed to be, and ended, because that promo, if it was meant to be her like crying and holding back tears, then it was annoying. It wasn't entertaining. I'm with Vet. Like, I just felt the whole thing, the crying and the sobbing story of it. To me, she lost credibility as a champion in doing that. Like, yeah, I mean, like, she already, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, credibility. Not credibility, but you know what I mean? Like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. So I'm going to say retarded shit.
She wasn't supposed to be champion.
She wasn't, like, was that supposed to happen? Like,
it's not supposed to happen.
I don't know, bro. Like, it wasn't a work shit, right? Like, but I don't know, man. Just the promo was fucking retarded, just like Thea Hale.
Oh, stop it. How dare you? What do you think, Hammer?
I think it was just too long. That's all.
Yeah. I like that. See, nice
and
easy.
Blake did finally interrupt.
She was good.
And she was like, just give it back, which I like that. That was funny.
She was really good.
And then, basically it said, I'll give you a shot at New Year's Evil, yada, yada, fisticuffs, refs. You know the deal. You got to have a pull apart.
I felt she was a little, I was like, are they turning into Tony Storm? Timeless Tony Storm. There was a little Tony Stormish.
Well, I mean, the gimmick was kind of interconnected. It's almost like a damn, tag team, ripped apart.
Okay.
In a way.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we're gonna we're gonna get we do a quick little thing with Sarah Schreiber and Sol Ruca and Zarya. Soul says how lucky she is. She's had a lucky year, wonderful year, beautiful best friend, all this stuff. Everything's nice. And then we get the Progressive NXT showcase. Actually, this was before that, but whatever. I'm just putting it together. Eli Knight from Evolve.
Sorry.
Oh, the other, yeah. Dude, speaking of tag teams ripped apart, come on. Tavion Heights, the other half of this equation. We're going to get a speed tournament match with these two young gentlemen. Mm-hmm. And Tavion survives all the flips that this kid throws at him. And believe me, he throws all the flips at him.
All the flips.
Flip, 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 and belly to belly. Sorry, kid. Nice try. Learn a new hold.
So I want to ask you, Hammer. So
Yes,
this
sir.
match, right? Again, you get the kid. Get 90%, 95% of the match. Like Vet says, does all the flippity flops, flippity doodads. It reminds me of a street fight where you got because I've been in a street fight with a younger guy, a faster guy, and then you get your hands on him.
You're just right.
Over.
It's over.
Did you like that booking?
Honestly, yes and no. I guess if you want to, as a booker, I would say yes and no. If you're going to book two baby faces that look alike, because to me, they look like they could be my nephew. They look like nephews to me. They look like brothers to me. Or you can associate them. You know what I'm saying? You can associate them as brothers. The way they look, with their natural look, and the way that they wrestle. So to me, that looks like two baby faces working. So it's hard for me to decipher unless you give one of the guys an idea to be a heel. With my head, I'm just looking at two guys that are just working out in the ring. Just in my heart, to me, they're just practicing, because I know they're working, but it looks like a practice to me because they look alike and they work alike. They work the same. They do the same stuff. So you can't differentiate if no one's going to slow down and put a hold on someone. So the people can emotionally take a time to figure out who they want to cheer for, because eventually they're going to get tired of looking at Javon and my man all the time, because you're just seeing the same bowl of soup all the time with these guys. You haven't done anything yet to say who's going to hit who first. You know what I mean? And you need to hurry up and do that quick, because whether these guys know it or not, you can get released, whether you've been on television or not. It's been done, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's a long answer, but to me, that match, it looked like I like what they were doing because they're young G's. I get that, but you need to tell the people who you are really, and who's who. Other than that, you putting on a gymnastic show with nothing, no meaning to it.
And Piers, I wanted to throw out at you that during the match, the fans that were actually there live were going, they were actually saying Eli Knight, yeah. We got to change this kid's name. I mean, it's too close to LA Knight. I mean, am I wrong here?
I mean, like, dude, they've made other guys change their names that were nowhere near similar to main roster guys that weren't even at the level of where like LA Knight is on the card, right? So yeah, they have to, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. Is this kid a mark for fucking Knight or what? Like, he's just weird. His name's like Eli Drake and fucking LA Knight. Like,
yeah, we already have one of those.
I say don't do it. I say just make this thing where if he ever makes it that far, they constantly have to joke about it backstage every time they run into each other.
Well, they can be brothers.
Something. Do something.
Just acknowledge it. Just rather than But whatever. The point is, Ray, to your question, I like this match on paper. If you told me, hey, this guy, if I'm laying this out, like, hey, you're gonna flip at me. It's a perfect. It's almost like I could see if Tavion Heights was actually a grizzled veteran. Mm-hmm. I could see him with the cigarette and the fanny pack in the back saying, "All right, kid, you're gonna flip at me all these times. I'm gonna kick out and then I'm gonna beat you with my finish. I'll see you out there." Like that. I can see that if you tell me that's how the match is gonna go. I'm like, yeah, I'm with that. But when I saw it, I just didn't. It was okay. It was a C-. I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have thought that I would have, because these guys don't really just have that presence yet.
Yeah,
they're just doing the match they talked about.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's no character. Tavion Heights' character is like, because he's an amateur wrestler and he's boring. So what does he do? He comes out and he's like, yeah, okay. We get it. We know you have no personality. You're basically a male Kalani Jordan. So whatever. But he's skilled, so he's got that going for him. But he's also still green, and the other kid only flips, and it's a speed match, and the speed division is stupid to begin with, and you can only get over so much in 3 minutes if every match is 3 minutes. 3 minutes can be a lot if you're talking about, okay, I'm in TV time, my time got cut. But when you're already just telling everybody, all these matches are 3 minutes long, that's the speed division, then it's just so corny. Doesn't work for me.
Don't work for me, brother.
Let's see. Kelly greets Leon and Oba real quick before she does the sit down. They do a quick thing with Swipe Right or Vanity Project or whatever the three of those dudes are called, where they're trying to console Blake Monroe and give her some presents and stuff like that. And then she's like, get out of here. And then she's like, but leave the presents. And then we get the sit down with Leon and Oba. They both, I mean, I'll just give my 2 cents right at the top, and then Ray. They both just said a nice promo.
Well,
one nice promo, other nice promo. Shake hands.
This,
we're all friends. Yes.
I just want to say the young lady had incredible legs that was doing the interview. I'll throw that out there.
Kelly Kincaid, if you will.
But you know what else is incredible?
Lovely legs.
What we got over here?
Yeah.
A cup of potatoes. A cup of potatoes.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar.
A $2.99 super sticker. Vet, can you tell me what this super sticker looks like? Because I can't see it.
It's like, so it's like a guy, but his head is like a giant lemon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's waving.
So Colin.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you,
He's a
Kevin
lemon
Marty, for the $2.
And we got to make lemonade out of this.
Well, we'll round that up to $3, brother. All right. So what do we got next?
Ray, I just, did you like these gentlemen's little nice, standard promos?
I'm not a fan of those backstage sit down dumb fucking interviews that the guys are like, I am a good wrestler. I am a good wrestler too.
Well, I'm just saying within that framework, can you give them a nice grade here?
I mean, if they're acting and shit, I mean, they weren't bad. They were like a solid B. But I don't like these I don't like these backstage things, so I gave it an F. I hate when they go backstage in the middle of a show, a wrestling show, where they have some hot chick with some nice legs talking. I
hate that? All right, well, that's weird. Anyways. Well, real quick. Go ahead, Hammer.
No, you go ahead, bro. I save it.
Okay. I was just going to say, Piers, you saw this, right? What do you make of Leon Slater?
You know what? I don't actually mind him. I like him better than his NXT American version.
Javon Evans. You like him better than Javon Evans?
Yeah, I like him better. I like him better than Javon Evans because he just shows like he's got a bit more of a character and a bit more of a personality to him. My only thing is we've only.
That's what you're hearing.
Yeah. Like we connect. So, because I'm part of the. We're part of the Commonwealth, brother. So, what's up? God save the king. Now, God save the king.
I guess. Yeah. We'll save her too. I mean, he didn't, but
yeah, she's gone. But like, dude, we've just seen Obafemi do a babyface thing with like Ricky Stark Saints, whatever his name is, who's now turned heel. It's like, dude, like, fuck, like, make Obafemi a monster fucking heel. Like, he's already got the belt. Like, you know what I mean? Make him Obafemi Hollywood or something. I don't know, something, but like, make him like the final boss of NXT.
They
kind of did. They kind of did, and now and he got over, because what's the best way to get over as a babyface in 2025 going into 2026? Be a heel. So they liked him. Yeah, and there he is. Hammer, do you care for Leon Slater, or
I like him.
or do you think he's just, like everybody else says, he's just the TNA version of Javon Evans?
TNA version of Javon Evans, yes.
You think you agree with that sentiment?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, Javon Evans is going to walk to the ring.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the guy. There's no knock on him personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like I have to take up for Leon here and there, just because I'm the TNA, I'm tasked with the TNA reviews and stuff. So I've seen him kind of longer, and I've been, more focused on him, but
don't get me wrong.
I like TNA, bro.
I think Leon Slater, he's grown on me a lot. And you're right, Piers. The kid does have charisma, and he has, and I do like that he has a little bit of a character. But Javon Evans is phenomenal as well. I think both guys are really good in their lane. I don't think one is actually. The reason I say Javon Evans is better than him is just simply because I think when it comes to physicality and the way he looks, size-wise and stuff like that, I can see more for him when it comes to a world title picture down the line, maybe 5-10 years down the line. But I can never see Leon Slater as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I could, however, eventually one day see Javon Evans as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. That's the only difference. And again, nothing against Slater. That kid is incredibly gifted, talented, and a very likable. He seems like a very likable young man. I don't hate him at all. I like him a lot. So that's
Leon does well when they hand him that crap, that sentimental crap. Kind of like what we were talking about earlier with Lola Vice. Like, you got to do this so that people will like you. Like they give him that kind of stuff to do, and he comes across as a little more genuine than most when he does that. Yeah. Maybe it's just the English accent. I don't know. So Ava's in the ring, and she's got security. Speaking of Javon Evans, now we got Javon Evans and Ricky Saints now, and we got to have security, okay? Because we don't want things to get wild, and Evans just wants to get wild. But they each take a turn. Ricky Saints goes first, tries to blister Javon, and Javon's like, man, I'm just going to punch you right now. And then security's like, hey. But then Javon Evans started talking, and I know this was all scripted, so don't take this out of context. I'm saying this in a kayfabe sense, right? But Javon Evans killed him in this promo, and there's nothing Ricky Saints could say that could recover. He just basically left him there with his dick in his hand after that. Javon Evans cut him down. Javon Evans or the writers, whoever, but you get what I'm saying. Of the two guys here, Ricky Saints basically had a pop gun, and Javon Evans shot him down with a bazooka in this promo. Did you get that, Pierce, or did you have a different take?
Yeah, Ricky Saints, it was like to me, I think Ricky Saints is actually a decent promo, and I think Javon Evans completely smoked him on the mic, and Ricky Saints was left standing there with his dick in his hands. To be honest, I agree with everything you've just broken.
I'll give you an example if anybody didn't watch. He basically said like, I didn't see you on Raw or SmackDown with Adam Pearce and whatever. I didn't, and you wasn't at John Cena's last match. They're not talking about you at all, is what he said. And whether that's, hey, that's harsh, but
it's true.
And it was prepared. So Ricky Saints had to know that was coming, unless they just told him go out there and shoot. But I doubt that. So it's kind of like, yeah, that's.
But you reckon they could have done that to sort of test? Like we talked about the other day, being tests in the business when we were talking about the Monday show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could this have been a test? Saints, can you go out there, get embarrassed on the mic by a guy who is not as a bigger name value as what you are, and can you take that on the chin and then come back and just, could that be a test? Because Saints always comes across he comes across real cunty. Even in show, he comes across like a real twat. And I think maybe this could have been a test to him, like behind the scenes, going, let's see how this little bitch takes this little test. Let's see if he can take this on the chin.
Well, that's a question. That's a question for Hammer. You know, what do you think? Do you think they could be testing Ricky by having him just have to sit there and eat a promo from this other kid, or did they set him up? Does he have heat with somebody? I mean, he is Cody's boy, so he's got that going for him. But do they just, you know, you've seen these kinds of things, you know, for many years up close and personal.
Yes, sir. 100% on that. Up close, yeah. So yeah, a lot of times I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. If I don't know if you want to call like the part of the 48 laws of power, where you have a way of controlling people just to play with them just because you can, and you have the power to do so. Maybe if that could be an aspect of it, or the fact that they're going to test you since you've already been on, you worked for every promotion coming up in the NWA?
NWA, yep.
NWA. AW. Okay, so now you don't have you know that they know that he has a flavor. So you know he's trying. If they're going to have him be a keeper of the gold, so to speak, keeper. So let's see what he's going to do. So that's what I think. I think they're testing him, or it could be a way of just controlling him, just for the hell of it.
I definitely saw it as that, like, can Ricky Saints eat shit and fucking and
that's right. That's the business. Yeah, that's that could that's wherever that system, wherever that idea comes from, or type of ideology comes from, wherever it comes from, that's in full effect in the business. So and whenever you try to ask him, where does it come from as a worker, and they give you an answer that, well, I don't know, it's some coded way of stuff that try to hard for you to figure out. So you don't have to worry about it mentally. You just focus on what you need to do. That's how they keep it going over your head. You know.
Question: Would they ever? Just a quick question before I forget. Would they ever instruct Ricky Saints not to go back at Javon Evans? Like, could they write it and say, "Listen, he's going to go over on you in this promo"? Would they do that to test him? And
the writers?
The writers. Like, would
they
go to him before the show and say, "Look, bro, this kid's going to make you look like an asshole."
Mm-hmm.
And are they waiting to hear, like, if he's going to be like, "No, I'm not going to let that happen"? Or
his reaction.
Yeah,
his reaction.
Yeah, what do you think? Your thoughts?
Yes, no doubt. In my opinion, no doubt, 100%.
Now, do you also think, Hammer? Do you also
just
think,
embarrass yourself?
Since do you also think if this is a test, they could have also just told Ricky Saints, like, you go first and then he'll go, and he doesn't know what he's gonna say, but all he knows is that he's not gonna get a get back. Do you think that's also right? You've probably seen that happen a few times too.
Yeah, hey boys. Excuse me first. I just gotta run to the restroom real quick. I'll be
sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very interesting. Now I'll give you another like fun little thing to think about. Open-ended deal. Fun little thing to think about the meta of this whole thing, right? And then we'll move on. The line about this company's not even thinking about you was written by the company. So just chew on that for a little bit and think about that. Like, he'll be all right. Ricky Saints will be all right. They're definitely thinking about him, but they also are saying on television they're not thinking about him, even though obviously they are, because they had to write that line, right? It's like it's like an Inception thing. It's like a never-ending loop.
Never-ending loop.
Yes.
Let me put this out to you guys, right? Because he's one of Cody's boys, right? And you see Ethan Page is one of Cody's boys. Now, Ricky Saints, like I said before, he comes across, like in interviews that I've seen, is a twat. He's had run-ins with Edge apparently backstage and other like guys backstage in AEW. I think this is definitely a way to test and also to put him in check, but also in a way where they can turn around in if they release him in 6 months to a year's time, they can go to Cody, well, we gave your boy a job, but it just didn't work out. You know, like he didn't like what we were giving him. He decided to go back to Uncle Tony and, you know, be a mark and have Coke and White Claw. Didn't want to do business. Didn't want to be a millionaire. We tried, Cody. Sorry, bro. I think that's the case. I think this is, sorry, Cody. We offered him a job. We tried to make you happy.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I can see that. I can see it.
So
Yeah.
I will say this about that. Now, I don't know Ricky Starks, whatever his real name is. I don't know him like as a person. He could always just be keeping the gimmick up, like we always tell these wrestlers they need to do. We tell them, and we were talking about this, right? With Hammer, we were talking about this, how some of the only people, like one person that always keeps the gimmick up is Becky, right? And then
Yes,
you send me that social media post of her with the talking about the ant problem in Detroit. Like, so it's like we tell these people, hey, you need to stay in character on social media. So maybe Ricky Saints is just staying in character like he's always supposed to do. I'll tell you this, if I'm a heel and I'm standing in the ring and a babyface cuts me down and I don't get to say anything, I'm just gonna that's the lemons you gave me. I'm gonna make lemonade out of that. And the next time I get a chance, I'm going to get over, not anything out of pocket, but when I get my ball, I'm going to run with it, and that's how Ricky should probably think. If he's a professional, which I've never seen anything particularly that said that he's not, I know he does act like a douche, but he's a heel. So what do you don't know.
Yeah.
If anybody has any inside info on the real guy, okay, share, but I just have to go with what I see. So I definitely think that, we'll just have to see what's next for him, what his next rebuttal is.
So, but like, let's say like you said, the next time he'll get over, right? He'll get over. So maybe
I said I would get over. I don't know what he's going to do.
But a way of him getting over, let's say he gets fucked over on the mic like he just did. Wouldn't it be to attack physically? Like you ever been in a situation where somebody says some shit to you? I know this is elementary school. Most fights in elementary school started this way for me. Somebody say something to me, and I can't get back. Like, you're a fat fuck. You know what? He's right. I am a fat fuck. I'm going to punch you in the face. And I punch him in the face. And that's how it starts. So I'm wondering if, like, Ricky Saints, when he got owned, should have just fucking savagely attacked him. Yeah, he got over on the mic, but he beat the living shit out of this kid. And that would have helped him save face? That's a question.
So let me say this, right? The other day, right, I said something, go back. So the whole premise, right, in a wrestling match, when you have a heel and a baby face, right, the baby face is the superior wrestler. He is the better wrestler. The heel figures that out throughout the match, that he has to cheat. He has to do underhanded shit in able to get the upper hand over the baby face. Now let's put that into promo, right? We've now just seen Javon Evans get the upper hand over Ricky Saint Starks, whatever the fuck you want to call this jabroni. Sure. Now, the next move for Ricky Saints in the next episode of NXT, he needs to fucking mollywop Javon Evans when Javon Evans is coming out to the ring out of nowhere, dog shot the fuck out of him, beat the fuck out of him, and that's his comeback because he's now been embarrassed. The babyface has gotten the pop. Now the heel has to come back and get the heat. And then once he's got the heat, they can have the match. And then so the babyface has got the sympathy because he's been dog-shotted. He's already got the fans on his side because he put Ricky Saints in his place. Ricky Saints has got the heat because he got his comeback. And now they have the match and go from there. Okay. Am I wrong, guys? Or am I just fucking high on White Monster?
White Monster.
You're not wrong. I just, It unfortunately, just because of the landscape of professional wrestling, that is so tired now.
Yeah.
Like everybody, even without getting as fucked over as Ricky Saints did on the mic, people just do this. Like this is just their Tuesday night. Oh, I'm gonna jump somebody in the parking lot. It's too tired. That's the only problem with it. In a classic old school sense or in a vacuum, yeah, that would work. I would, what you could do, since Ricky Saints was just so obviously such a babyface is so great that he could just beat Obafemi clean. I would just say that the next time when he does have the match with Javon Evans, you could just have him go over in a smash surprise, like sucker punch him in the teeth. Cause you remember his jaw was broken earlier, right?
Right. Yep.
Sucker punch him in the face. Ow. Pick him up. Give him the old, the hot shot on the turnbuckle. Like the bust his face on the turnbuckle and then just fold him over and cover him in like 30 seconds. And then it was like, what now? You could do that with, and now now it's like, okay, ball's in your court, Javon. What are you going to do from this? You're no longer the number one contender. Something like that, you could make the same statement, but you did it in the ring. You showed everybody like this guy's still a kid. I'm the main event. I'm, whatever. That's just another way to do it, but get the same place.
I honestly think they turned Ricky Saints heel too soon. Like you had him in a babyface feud with Obafemi. They flipped the title, dude.
Dumb.
How they should have wrapped the end of the year up is have him have a third match. You know what I mean? Put Obafemi over strong, whatever. Then you have Ricky Saints that you could pretty much say that Ricky Saints you could bring up to the main roster, right? Like he's got name value. He can go in the ring. He's a decent enough promo. I think that there's no point having him there. Like I think as a heel now, they should have brought him up as a heel to the main roster and given him a decent debut. Like I just think now I don't think Ricky Saints will ever probably get to the main roster from what we've just seen. If we do, I'll be surprised.
Well, unfortunately, based on a promo where they told him that the company's not thinking about him, we've given Ricky Saints a lot of time on this show, and I think we need to just move on to the Ren QCC meeting Fatal Influence in the back, where Reptilian Britt Baker challenges Ren, and she says, sure. We see Stacks warming up with a giant candy cane. That looks like about what he can curl. Then we get the Christmas Chaos match with the LFG couple versus the Power couple. Now, I did, Ray, disavow this match because of blatant use of kendo stick, but if I had watched it,
right,
I would have seen Shiloh Hill hold the kendo stick upside down and hit bro with the handle of the kendo stick. I would have seen that if I had not disavowed it.
I'm going to tell you right now, straight off the bat, I was absolutely, unequivocally, and just disinterested in this match. This shit was this match was background fodder for me. I was literally, what the hell was that? What's that? I thought I was hearing some background noise. I did not give a shit about this match. I think that kid Shiloh Hill has come in and his career is already over.
Right.
The gimmick is ridiculous. And then they
take start with.
And then how you gonna take? See, here's the thing.
And
tell me if I'm wrong, boys. They put this kid Shiloh Hill, right? He's like a computer hacker, crazy killer, right? He has people in his basement that he needs Clorox to fucking, get the smell out, right? And then now he's in a mixed tag team match with a girl, right? And then
with a girl,
and then he's fighting heels. What the fuck is this guy? So now they're all beating each other with fucking candy canes and throwing each other through walls and fucking boxes and shit. And I could not give a fuck about this match. So just so you know,
if I had watched it, I would have seen pine cones at some point.
Just so you know, during this match, while it was on this screen over here, I was putting this background together. That we have for Christmas. That's it. This match meant nothing to me. This was a filler match where people can get their "this is awesome" chants and the fans can see craziness. Fuck this shit. I fucking hate these type of matches. Go ahead, Hammer. You can jump in if you want.
I can't stand that chant. I can't stand the holy shit. I can't stand these chants. The holy shits and the "this is awesome." Clap, 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 clap. This is awesome. Clap, 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 clap. I hate that shit.
Yeah, man.
God,
what's awesome about beating each other with wooden candy canes and fucking none of this made sense. Piers, I know you're a big fan of Shiloh Hill, and I know you think he's going to be the next WWE champion. Why do you think that?
Oh, mate, I think he's the next John Cena. Not only the next WWE champion.
Maybe Ron Cena.
Maybe he could be. Who knows?
Can we just fast forward to his last match then?
And can we stop? Hold on. That whole thing, that whole fucking
25 years in a week.
Listen, boys, the gimmick of him taking the tooth out, right? And then him going crazy, he gets superpowers. That's so fucking stupid. Like, listen, I'm sure
it's kind of cartoony.
I'm sure there's a nerd right now getting paid to watch these shows and report back to fucking Shawn Michaels. Can you tell Shawn Michaels cross-eyed halfwit that this is the most dumb fucking thing I've ever seen in my life? He pulls his tooth out and he gets fucking powers. What the fuck? What are we looking at here?
The tooth is his
Cartoon. You're looking at you. Can I say something?
Yeah.
You're looking at 1980 something WWF.
Yes.
No offense, no offense to anyone, but to me, I'm looking at, if you have the tooth gimmick, that means you get superpowers. I'm thinking, okay, this looks like the 1980s version of the WWF to me.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Tight booking. So who's ever, cartoons to me.
The
No
kid doesn't
offense
need
to
a
the
tooth.
to the
Listen,
fans, though.
Not for nothing. The kid should never have that tooth in, unless he's doing a backstage interview, maybe. And don't make it a thing.
Mhm.
That missing tooth is his look. The
Yeah.
crazy hair is his look. The crazy eyes. The kid has the crazy eyes. That's his look. And
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say something else, and this is coming from a fat guy. This
And what
kid,
can I say?
this kid's body looks like shit, and he's on TV. I don't know if you guys notice it. He looks like fucking Colin Wysong naked on the beach. Terrible.
Gross.
So very gross and white. The kid hasn't seen a tanning bed. I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of this whole thing. In fact, I blame you for making me watch this shit.
I disavowed it.
I mean, I know he's an athlete, but I just feel like if you're gonna do the tooth thing, hey, if you're gonna do it, that needs to make sense. And like, if it's gonna be corny, cartoony, then it has to relate somehow to the present time and day. Reality.
Can't. It doesn't work.
But you can't. That's the thing. You can't. So like, what the hell are they doing there? I don't know, man.
So,
Can we fast forward this shit?
well, here's how we make sense of this. In TNA, this shows you the gap of like what they think about the talents they have, whether it's NXT or the guys in TNA or whatever. Stax can win a championship in TNA, but here he loses in a gimmick hardcore match to the reality show winners.
What?
So that means that the people that are fresh off winning a reality show where they were chosen to be the best wrestler, that's better than the TNA International Champion Stax, right? So they're shitting on TNA even with an all NXT match.
Speaking of stacks, real quick, Hammer, are you making a stack of pancakes? Like, what's going on there?
Actually, I'm cooking some catfish. I'm frying some
Catfish
catfish
pancakes?
Can you show us the catfish at least? Let me see what it looks like. Let me see what the fish looks like. Look at this little bitch.
All right.
Yeah, nice little kitchen there. All right, anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Dude,
bro.
YouTube loves cooking videos. You know what they don't love as much as cooking videos? Dark State.
Oh, Dark State.
Yeah, Dark State. Dark State say Joe Hendry's name so he appears. And he pitches a concert to Ava, like, hey, how about that? And she's like, sure. One thing I've noticed about Dark State, guys, is that, compared to the anarchy that they used to bring when they first were showing up and trashing offices and graffiti and all this stuff, that they're so well behaved now.
They're nice guys.
Yeah, she's like, guys, will you please leave? And they're like, yes.
Right,
And they leave quietly. Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
All right, let's.
On state.
Yeah, they've really matured. I guess those new performance center guidelines are really reaching. So Kelly is without the mud, and then the swipe guys come in and somehow don't get murdered, and then they give their presents over to Kelly. The only thing that the swipe guys didn't get murdered, but OTM's already murdered. It doesn't matter what happens. They're about to job to these three skinny white dudes, and that's what's going to happen. It's over.
And then
out the mud is over.
Guess what else I know?
And I don't mean that kind of over. I mean they're done. I mean they're cooked. I mean they're washed. It's over for out the mud.
And guess what else I noticed? I noticed that because they got cheered a couple of weeks, it seems like they're gonna fucking turn these kids babyface. These two fucking monsters from the hood should not be baby faces. They should be the modern day fucking road warriors, kicking ass, beating people in fucking 2 minutes, hitting their finisher, and that's it. But they're not going to do that, are they? They're going to fucking turn them babyface. They're going to give them another fucking manager like Reggie, and they're going to be wearing some colorful fucking hip-hop gear and looking like assholes. That's what they're going to do. Fuck you, WWE. Sorry.
No, they're just going to cut them. They're just going to cut them. One thing I noticed, though, when they're all standing there, like all five people are standing there.
Jerome.
Like, I realized that the entire Vanity Project could have fit in Bronco Nima's pants.
Bro, those
like
two
we're talking
dudes
about the
are
size comparison, of these guys. So
beast, man. They're beast, and they can wrestle, and they got look, and they can even fucking talk, and they speak both 2 languages. But what the fuck? How can you get that wrong?
Easy. WWE. Now,
fucking shit.
Now, speed
Sorry,
tournament match. Speed tournament match. Did somebody say, Ray, hit the button, please?
Sorry.
Did somebody say Andre Chase? No. No one said that. What we have right now is a teachable moment.
Yeah. Andre Chase versus Brian Pillman Jr. They hit the coronation on Andre Chase. Brian Pillman goes on. I'm not even going to ask what you guys think.
Good.
Kalani walks by the ex NQCC. They're no longer the NQCC. This is Miles and Tavion having a chat about old times, and Kalani walks by and she's like, eh. And then they're in the kitchen, and the honks come in. They like hype them up, like, hey, you guys, you remember when everything sucked? Well, things sucked for us, and then we started getting a push, and it stopped sucking. So you guys could do it too. And they're like,
Are they turning the deaf guy heel? Is this his? You know how every major villain in a Batman or Superman movie has like a what do you call it? The story before they become the villain.
Yeah, the origin story. Yeah.
Is this his origin story? Like,
no.
No. Okay.
No, he's just deaf. All right, main event time. We're here.
Yep.
Sol Ruca, Chelsea Green, U.S. title. Ref and Zarya get distracted by Moose coming out to beat up Ethan Page. Alba grabs the leg on the rope. Chelsea hits the Unpretty Her, but don't worry, baby faces get the get back. What do I call it? The heat back. Yeah, babyface heat back. Double spear, double soul snatcher. Everybody's happy. Merry Christmas, everyone. Piers, any thoughts on the match? Any Sol Ruca and her leg brace, obviously destined for superstardom.
They sent the fans home with the baby faces running around the ring like fucking idiots. Zarya, I think they need to turn her. They need to turn her, make her a fucking killer,
dude.
They need to do it.
Yeah, but she came in as the killer, and all of a sudden now she's fucking hanging out, trading panties with Kotex or whatever the fuck, tampons with her best friend. This is fucking stupid. She's supposed to be a killer from another dimension. Wasn't that what she was? Or some fucking warrior that they found frozen in a mountain somewhere? Nope. Now she's just a girl hanging out with a surfer chick. Oh.
In Australia on the Indies, she was booked like Goldberg. Like she was booked like
she should be.
If you look at her last match and you go Delta, like look up Delta's last match in Australia.
I did the research before she came.
Like her entrance, they had it was like 3,000 people at this thing, and they did the whole backstage thing where like her brother knocked on the door and it walked her out and shit. Like it's
too late.
It's too late. Much.
Now she's just and she's a very good looking girl. I don't know if you guys seen her without the makeup. She's
she
attractive. She's a gorgeous Australian chick, thick as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Who had all the talent in the world, and they just fucking said, fuck it.
She's an absolute dude, in person, she's probably probably 5'7", 5'8", but her her arms would embarrass some dudes. A few years ago, dude, I think I sent you the photos. There was a show that we did where there was a spot with her.
Can we see your arms? Can we see your arms again? Look at those things. Not bad, man.
No, I did a spot with her on a show here in Australia a few years ago, just before she left. But yeah, she's massive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for her. What do you think, Hammer?
Exactly. Once they gave Zari the push, and gave her the push, and then they took it away. I'm like, well, because to me, I haven't seen anybody that female monster since Awesome Kong. So
could have booked her that way.
Yeah, and I thought that's what they were doing with her, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, WWE dropped the ball with Steph DeLander as well, because Delta and Steph DeLander are very, very similar. except Steph Sander is an absolute. Anyway,
as you would say.
Yeah, let's go with that. I think she's a fucking idiot, but whatever. But honestly, I think like they didn't know what to do with her. They didn't know what to do with Delta. And it's like these big jack, like, you know what I mean? Like they're pretty much like similar to Rhea Ripley, big jack muscle models.
We should have had a faction.
But they've already. But you know what? They already have that with Rhea Ripley.
Call them Tits McGee.
No, but in reality, they're big jacked Aussie chicks, and they've already got Rhea Ripley, one of the biggest stars. They need another Rhea
too.
Oh, 100%. I'm not doubting they're not. But they need another muscle mummy.
Well, since we've blown the Goldberg spot, we should just lean into the cuddly spot. She should be a cuddly monster, kind of like a Muppet, you know?
Like Gary?
Yeah, like Gary. Like Gary's tough, you know? He'll spear you, but he's soft and cuddly. Like, he's nice. I think we should just go with that. Zarya's not the heel in this situation. If anything, Sol Ruca's going to turn on her.
That would have been actually when they did that, when she lost the titles, that would have been a good little spanner to throw in that, because they teased the turn with Delta. I mean, I call her Delta. Zarya.
You can call her Delta. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. But, it's good. It's a great airline.
Yeah, so
it's the only way I fly.
Yeah, I mean, that was it. She's got the motivation to turn. Like, why would Zarya turn? She doesn't have to, like, you know. Sol's the one that lost her belts. She should be mad.
Yeah, but also, you know what? Heel turns always have to be irrational as well. So, but they have to be rational thing. Zarya, I stepped in and defended your titles. You didn't give me anything. I didn't get the attention. I didn't, jealousy. There's the thing with Zarya. So I think it could be done either way, to be honest. But sorry to interrupt you, Vet.
Oh, no. That was fine. I mean, there's so many different ways you could do it. I just want them to do a way that hasn't been done before, or at least not in a long time. You know, because I'm tired of everybody just like, hey, I'm going to give you a hug and then I'll kick you in the balls or clothesline you, or just the same thing we've seen for 50 years. I'm just tired of that. I'm so tired. Just like anything, you're just tired of seeing the same the missionary position every single night. Oh. You know, here, kid, eat this pizza. So it's like, I would just like to book a different. I would like to book a different way to break up a team. You know.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, God.
They should just fucking at the same time just rip each other's clothes off, and all of a sudden just baby oil everywhere. Scissor. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. That's the show, right, Vet? That's it. We're done. We're done.
Yep.
We got
as of this moment, going off the air of NXT, they're best buddies. Nothing to worry about.
Fucking garbage. Hot, drizzling shit. But with that being said, I still think NXT is the best WWE show WWE has. So fuck me. Hammer. Let's go to Hammer first. Hammer, let's say goodbye to the people. Is there anything you want to say? A well wish for the holiday season as we move into next week, which will be our New Year's Eve show. Me and the Vet will be here. And
yeah, that's gonna be live, man. That's gonna be lit. That's gonna be a lit show.
It's gonna be lit as fuck, son. What do you think, brother? What do you think? Do you have anything for the people, the family here at HMG?
HMG family, thank you all for letting me become a part of the HMG family. I'm thankful for that. And I appreciate everybody just letting me just be myself and be a part of you guys. I can see a big future with HMG. I really can see that happening. Something bigger, worldwide and beyond. So I wish everybody a happy Merry Christmas off. And if you don't say Christmas, but happy happiness in your life until we see each other again.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. What about you, Piers? So down in Australia, where it's fucking hot on Christmas.
I think Christmas is about to be over down there. I think we're already almost out of Christmas.
The kids
here.
are about to wake up soon.
The kids are about to wake up. But I would like to take this chance to just say to anybody that in 2025, 2024, that they felt that I offended them in any way, or I bullied them in any way, or hurt their feelings in any way. I just want to say, please do better in 2026 so I don't have to fucking do that shit again, okay, people? Because 2026 is going to be boots on all year round. But Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to the HMG family. I love being part of it. I love being able to come on here and talk to you guys from around, on the opposite side of the world and have these friendships that I hold, very near and dear to me.
What you got there, Mr. Vet? I know somewhere in that black heart of yours, there's a diamond. Dark heart. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So, the holidays are different things to different people. For some, it's the best time of the year. For others, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you want to talk about, hey, this is what the holidays are really about, let the holidays be about whatever's important to you. And if you don't have something that's important to you, then it's time to find that. And this holiday could be a good time for that, so that's what we're here to do. That's why I really like what Hammer said earlier about seeing something big on the horizon, something big in the world. There's nothing wrong with feeling like that, and you could be part of that too, whatever that is. But don't let anybody tell you what these holidays are about. You find out what it's about for yourself.
That's actually perfectly said. I was going to say something similar. But just basically, like Vet was saying, this whole year for me on a personal level has been quite the challenge. I've lost two incredibly important people in my life, really important people that I loved very much. And it sucked. I had my mom go into surgery. I had my wife go into surgery, dealing with that. And it's been rough, but I'll say one thing. I've always looked forward to coming here every single Wednesday morning because I know that whether I'm going through a bad day or not, I have all of you guys, and I mean not only the people that are right here on the screen, but the people in the chat. You have no idea how much I've depended on you to get past a lot of my hurt this year. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you. And that you guys, not to be a fucking cornball, but you guys are my present. You guys have been my present this year. You don't even know what I've been through on a personal level. You have no idea. But thank God for you. And I thank God for this platform, and I thank God for my boys here. I thank God for Piers. I thank God for Hammer. And even though Vet comes off like an evil curmudgeon, he's one of the best people on this planet, and I thank God for Vet because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for him. I'm dead ass. And that was real New York. And Jimmy T, I know you're not here right now. I love you too, brother, and I think about you a lot. So listen, I want you guys, like Vet said, like the boys are saying, make the best of this day. Make the very best of the day. Every day you have is a gift. Enjoy it, explore, discover, and grow. It's all you can do. God bless you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Festivus, whatever it is you celebrate, or if you don't, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll be here next week, God willing, for the Next Level Wrestling Review. Say goodbye, guys.
Holiday peace.
We're out, y'all.